guys, welcome back to Suero TV. I'm Dr. Akpata, your usual host with the most. I'm back with accounting for small businesses. Guys, I just need you to remember something that I've always been mentioning in most of the videos, that this accounting advice that I'm actually putting it out there, it's basically basic accounting for business leaders. It's not necessarily exclusive to any business. Accounting is basic, so normally the basics are basic for many businesses, but there's still some nitty-gritties that need to be observed for particular businesses or certain businesses. So that is why it's important when you need help with your bookkeeping, when you need help with your accounting, to hire a professional accountant to do this for you. This advice is just for you to understand what the professional accountant needs, or also for you to also understand your books. You need to understand what your money is doing, how to organize your money, and also how to organize yourself as a business leader. That is the idea if you want your business to create wealth for you. All right, so let's get back to today's work. Today's discussion is about bank statements. Last week we talked about supplier statements, supplier invoices. We also talked about customer invoices the other week. So this week we're going to be talking about bank statements and the importance of bank statements in a business. All right, remember, I've mentioned it's very, very critical for you to not use your personal account as a business account. Have a business account for your business. These need to be two separate entities, because you are a separate entity from your business. There is the business and then there is you. If you combine the two, then it ends up just mixing everything up. You end up even ruining what the business is supposed to build for you, which is supposed to be wealth. All right. Okay, now, what is the importance of bank statements in your business? It's just critical to know what is happening in your bank statements. All right, on your bank statements, it will show the money that you are receiving from your clients. It will also show the money that you are paying your suppliers, as well as the bank charges on it. All right, so it's super important that when you actually invoice your customers, the banking details are also on the invoice, so that they can actually be able to transfer that payment into your bank account, into your business bank account. It also just shows integrity of your business. It shows that you are organized when you actually have a proper bank account for your business. For that, and this also helps you to be able to track the revenue that you have made for that particular day, for that particular week, and then for that particular month. Then you don't actually need an accountant to come in and say you've actually made so much in this particular time. It's that you've invoiced, you've received the money, and it actually shows the revenue you've actually realized and have actually received. May I also state that there's a lot of mistakes that a lot of business owners actually make, is that they actually think this because you are receiving revenue, you are actually making profits. No, those are two different things. There's profits. Profits, it's actually just your revenue less your expenses for the business, as well as less the tax on your profits. Then you will have the profits, and you will actually see if your business value is actually growing and you are also growing as a business. All right, we will get into that the arrangement of an income statement for you, to how to understand what an income statement is and how to interpret it, as well as a balance sheet, as well as cash flow for the business. We'll get into that a bit later on while we're continuing with the series, but today is just to focus on the bank statements. So the bank statements is the one that will be receiving your revenue. All right, that is where we'll be tracking the money that you are actually receiving from your customers, as well as it's super important while we're on the revenue aspect. There are businesses that actually deal with cash, all right, on a daily basis. What I advise on that is that if you deal with a lot of cash on your business, ensure that at least by end of day, by tomorrow morning, the cash is deposited in the bank. And some businesses have a tendency of, when you're receiving the cash, you're already spending it on your supply, or on your suppliers, or whatever that you need to buy immediately. I really discourage that for most of my clients. I discourage that for most business owners, because then it gets to just mix everything and disorganize everything, and we're not able to track what exactly how much money you've actually made and actually realized, because then we have to now track how much you've used from the revenue, etc. So it's important for you to make life as easy as possible for us to be able to track your revenue, and also easy for yourself to be able to track your revenue. Now, what does that mean? It means that is whatever cash that you are receiving, deposit it. If you need to use it, go use it by swiping. Try and get a bank account with an ATM card, so that you can actually swipe many transactions that you can use, or use online banking to pay your suppliers. Another mistake, many mistakes that a lot of businesses also make, is actually withdrawing cash from the business, and then a year later or a few months later they don't even remember why they withdrew that cash and what they used that cash for. So try not to withdraw cash from the business, rather pay your suppliers online. Try and get yourself registered online banking, so that you can actually be able to track where your money is going. If you need to be paying over the counter, swipe, use a swiping machine. The businesses that you are actually dealing with over the counter can produce receipts written your business name, so you can tell them, kindly ensure that this receipt is written to this business name. So try by all means to keep everything in the bank, all transactions happening through the bank and not outside the bank. It makes life a lot easier for you as also the business owner to track what has happened to my money, what money have I received this week, and what money have I spent this week, this month, or this year, basically. All right, so it just makes life a lot easier, and it also just organizes you better. Another thing that I will also advise you is, try by all means to receive your bank statements on a regular basis, and actually go through them. Go through your bank statements. What is happening in the bank? Bank charges. Have you actually received the money that the customer has sent to you? Have you actually the money that has gone out? And also look at your bank charges. Are you being charged properly? Banks also do make mistakes and actually overcharge you on the bank charges, so you need to be able to see that and query them, and they will also explain to you if the bank charges are seeming to be a little bit higher in a certain month as compared to a certain month. Maybe you were busier that month, but they'll be able to explain to you. So that's how organized you should be as a business owner. You should know what's happening in your bank, how you are receiving your money, and how your money is going out. All right, this is it for now for bank statements. I'm just going to check on my iPad now if I've actually covered almost everything. Yeah, I've actually covered most of the things I wanted to cover about bank statements. So once you've received your bank statements from the bank, print them and actually file them properly in your Arcliver file monthly. I told you to just get the separate, the what do you call those things, the separation, the one that file dividers, that actually you it's January, February, March. You just put your bank statements in there in that particular order. It just organizes you. You are able to, whenever an accountant comes in, they ask you where is your bank statements, because they are also necessary for financial statements to be produced. Then you are able to say, here are the bank statements. That's how organized you should be as you're busy trying to build wealth for yourself and your family through your business. All right, I wish you all the best. You should have a lovely day, and bye for now.